Nice to meet you. I'm Ariana.
Hi there.
So there's so many plot twists in this movies and terms. Without giving anything away, did you set up clues throughout the movie so if someone might watch this more than once, it wouldn't be a complete shock at the end? Or did you want it to be a total surprise?
Um, we set up a lot of little Easter eggs, but if you were to rewatch, none of them give away the actual twist. So they're just like pieces of the world that you could find. But there are things, of course. Of course there are things.
Yes. Why did you add this intense family drama within this thriller and horror elements?
They were kind of one and the same. They were really built from, the ground up. When we were drawn to the lake, we found this photo of it online and drove down, and the, aura of this like cypress tree, Spanish moss, vast lake lent itself to the kind of genre tropes. But we were swimming in this world of thinking about our families and like generations and how well you can really know your parents. They've lived this whole life before you, and how much can you ever really understand that? So there's that core human emotional element to it. And we felt like we were building that story, but we knew that we wanted to build it within a genre world and have it be entertaining and propulsive, at the same time.
One doesn't exist without the other, I think, for us.
Yeah.
What do you think is the core reason that just seemed to not be able to get along at this point in time?
Celeste and Ellie, they don't get along because she's a teenager and that's her mom. And I think hopefully you can relate to what I'm saying. But I think that another piece is because she doesn't know the full story about her father. This is something that her mom's just kept from her, and she doesn't. She's frustrated that she's been thrown into this family that she is not related to, has nothing to do with, and she's expected to act like this is totally normal.
Working together, how's it like to work with a person rather than, I'm sure at one point in time you have worked alone. You guys weren't just born together.
Well,
Actually,
as writers and directors, we kind of don't know anything else. We sort of started making our,
and we're married,
yes,
and we have two kids.
yes. So it's
I
all
just
one and the
gave birth. We
same.
have a 3-month-old baby boy.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we don't know any other way, and find a lot of, I don't know, enjoyment of it. I do think, yeah, it feels foreign to some people that like
To
because there's
everyone else.
usually this idea of like, the singular director and or writer, but we see it as this like huge asset. We just have a lot of trust and respect for each other's vision and aesthetic. So it's this like huge gift to have this other person who's like, hey, like this isn't working, or like we missed this. And you're like, oh yeah, of course. And you just like, so just it's another set of eyes.
Yes. Or kind of the same eyes in the same sense of like, oh, you can see what I can't see, kind of like glasses in a sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
The other thing is that like,
I am just a pair of glass.
no, it like forces us to have conversations about things,
Yeah.
whereas like things can just exist in one director's head, and then they like don't, you get to set and it doesn't, you're like, oh, like this doesn't work out, but no one's challenged me on this idea until we're right here and spending all this money and don't have time. Celine and I have to like hash it all out, and hopefully it makes us better for it.
Yeah, we have to make sure that everything has a reason.
Yeah.
We put the camera over here for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, Now it's almost spooky season, and you guys are obviously into horror and thrillers. What is your favorite scary movie?
Oh, we were just talking about this. I don't know. It's funny. I love the film Ex Machina. I know that's not maybe your traditional kind of horror film, but
Yeah. Well, we
I
loved
think
The Witch. I remember
yeah,
like
love
we've
The
watched
Witch.
that a fair number of times, and I feel like the last theatrical horror experience that I like remember deeply was It Follows. It's like a profound experience of being really, really scared. Yeah. So more modern takes, I think.
Yeah. And do you believe that an area or site can be haunted or cursed?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Congrats on that 3-month-old, and look forward to talk to you about future projects.
Thanks so
Thanks.
much.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye.